All right, welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're tackling something huge, a seismic shift in software engineering. We're talking about a change that's rewriting the job description from the ground up. And hey, quick note, we're on a mission to hit our first 1,000 subscribers. If you get something out of this, a quick sub would mean the world. It lets us do more explainers just like this one. Okay, so let's get right into it. The core skill of being a developer, it's completely changing. For, decades now, it's all been about mastering the grammar of code, right? Just writing syntax. But the future, well, it's looking a lot less like being a writer and way more like being a director, an orchestrator of AI. So if you're just starting out, listen up, because the game has totally changed. It's not about memorizing 1,000 different commands anymore. Nope. The new starting line is all about learning how to team up, how to collaborate effectively with an AI partner. And the key skill here for a beginner, it's this idea of contextual guardrails. Think about it. It's the difference between a vague request like, hey, build me a website, and a really specific instruction, like, build me a React dashboard using Tailwind for styling, make sure it's mobile responsive, and throw in a dark mode toggle. See the difference? It's about being a super precise director, not just a casual manager. And this whole new way of working is powered by some seriously cool new tools. We're seeing stuff like vibe coding pop up, where you can use a tool like Replit Agent and literally just describe a full stack app and it builds it. Or ambient learning with models like Gemini that can take a super dense 100-page manual and just, poof, turn it into a 10-minute audio summary. So the barrier to entry, it's not syntax anymore. It's just how well you can explain what you want. Okay, so that's the starting point. Let's move up a level to the intermediate developers. This is where things get really interesting. The AI stops being just a simple assistant and becomes a real teammate. And your role? It shifts to being more of a project manager, someone who can link up a bunch of different AI tools and make them work together. And a huge part of that is this concept, the self-verification loop. Check this out. We're moving past just copy-pasting code from a chatbot. Now you tell the AI, okay, write the code, then run it yourself. If you see an error, read it, understand it, and then fix your own mistake. And it just keeps doing that over and over until the code works. It's like a totally hands-off automated quality control process. Pretty amazing. And this isn't happening in some separate tool, it's right there in your code editor. IDEs like Cursor aren't just for autocomplete anymore. They're acting like a really smart junior developer who's read the entire code base. You can literally tell it, hey, I need you to implement this new feature, and it'll figure out which 5 files it needs to change, plan the whole thing out, and just do it. Just like a real person on your team. All right, let's go to the top tier, the expert level. And here, the whole metaphor just explodes. We're not talking about a partner anymore. We're not even talking about a teammate. Now, we're talking about managing an entire workforce made of silicon. This is where you really see the mind-blowing scale of this whole shift. This really shows how the pros think. It's all about picking the right brain for the job. You've got a super risky, high-stakes database refactor? Okay, you call in the Auditor. That's GPT 5.2. You need to make absolutely sure your architecture is bulletproof and secure? That's a job for the architect, Claude 4.5. And what if you're hunting for one tiny bug buried in a million lines of old code? You unleash the Synthesizer, Gemini 3. It's about strategic deployment. This is a massive change in what a senior engineer even does, especially when it comes to security. They're not bug hunting anymore. They're managing a team of autonomous agents that are on watch 24/7. These agents are finding threats and patching holes in real time, sometimes before a human ever even gets an alert. The expert's job isn't the hands-on labor, it's managing the workforce that does it. So you see the progression, right? We went from AI as a partner to a teammate to an entire workforce. So what does this all add up to? Well, that brings us to the new reality for 2026, the rise of what we're calling the 100x Orchestrator. Let's break down what this really means for everybody. Okay, first big truth, knowing syntax is becoming cheap. It's a commodity. By 2026, your value isn't going to be that you're a C++ wizard. Not at all. Your real value is knowing how to command a team of 5 different AIs to take that old C++ system and flawlessly migrate it to something modern, like Rust. And the second new reality is just as important. When you have these agents working on their own, you absolutely have to know why they made the decisions they did. This decision trace, basically a log of the AI's thought process, is becoming the most critical document you can have. It's everything for security, for compliance, or moving away from trust me to show me the proof. Which brings us to the big finale here.
The legendary 10x engineer, that lone wolf genius who could supposedly outcode 10 other people, that idea is dead. It's a relic of the past. They're being replaced by the 100x Orchestrator. This is the person who leads a whole fleet of digital workers, solving problems at a scale that one human or even 10 humans could never dream of.
This really is the new frontier. We're moving out of the era of the solo coder and into the era of the grand conductor. So I'll leave you with this question. It's not just what can you build anymore. The real question is, when you can command an entire silicon workforce, what will you orchestrate? Thanks for tuning in.